Welcome to Beyond the Shelves. We're recording. It's New Year's Eve. It's a party. I'm here with Alex North and Bayleigh Vidovich, and we are having a wonderful time before the New Year's here. Stay tuned to hear about how a library card can help you in the new year, perks at Green Ridge Recreation Center, a recap from the tree lighting and Illuminights, plus hear all of our fun jokes.
It's uncontrolled. It's nature. It's wild.
The library has totally got you covered.
It is truly like an ice cream truck, but for books. Especially because I'm the librarian. I don't know words.
Let's see what happens. This might happen.
Well, I have to cover the page with my hand as I read so that my eyes don't skip ahead. Library, always so well-rounded.
Welcome to 2025 and the first episode of Beyond the Shelves, Roanoke County Public Library's monthly podcast. Here we are this afternoon, joined with Alex North from Parks and Recreation and Bayleigh Vidovich, our senior branch librarian at the South County Library. Welcome, you two.
Yeah, always glad to be back.
Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, of course. So Alex is here as our special guest as we recap kind of holiday happenings around Roanoke County. So, of course, the tree lighting and Illuminights have happened. The tree lighting, we had how many people at South County?
About 1,200.
1,200. So that's a big number. I think everything went well. The photos were beautiful. And it's just such a great magical event. So Santa was there. People, who doesn't love seeing Santa?
Yeah, it was great to see Santa again, as always, coming in with our friends from K-Spring Volunteer Fire Department. They came in and they were actually passing out some plastic fireman's hats and stuff. So they had some really cool swag this year. Yeah. So you got to see a little bit of a different angle with their folks. They brought a lot of volunteers to experience the event as well.
Oh, nice. Yep,
yeah.
Always fun. And then the library, we had refreshments on the patio. The weather held off because I think it was supposed to rain that day, or maybe it rained in the morning. So we were able to keep our flow how we were envisioning it, being out on the patio. Our wonderful maintenance guy, Roger, had strung up some lights for us on our umbrella stand. So it was very magical looking.
It was so cozy. It was so cute. There will be marshmallows next year, though. I will make that promise. On this day, that was our complaint. We didn't have marshmallows for our hot chocolate.
Oh,
so
see if we can bring that back for next year.
We have to, yeah.
Yep, we will bring marshmallows back. So for sure on that. And then the crafts were so cute. Like, I loved seeing all of those.
The reindeer ornament with the paper. Oh, yeah. There's some. The children's department was on fire this year.
Yep.
Like, just did so well with the designing, organizing, and making sure we had enough staff to cover all the helping hands. It was a really great event.
Yeah. So we were definitely appreciative of all the library staff, the park staff, the general services staff, the fire department. I mean, almost every department has a hand in this event every year, so it's just great to see. And then speaking of that, Illuminights. So I know the weather wasn't great a couple nights, but overall I think you guys had a great turnout. Yeah.
So we saw over 56,000 folks at this year's Illuminights, 6th year of the event, which is pretty amazing to be a part of. And so that means we're just over 300,000 for the whole span of the 6 years. So
holy cow.
Yeah, it's pretty
amazing.
Cool. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So I know I went out a few times with my family and being out there, with my part of my job for the news and stuff, and it's really cool to see, how that's grown each year, but also see, the reaction from folks who've been there before, but also folks who are enjoying it for their first time. So it's pretty cool to see how that event has grown, and with 56,000 folks, that's a really, really cool accomplishment, because we average anywhere between 60 to 50. 55 is really our really good number, so we hit that, and even after Christmas, folks were able to enjoy the lights, which is always a fun time to be there.
Yeah, I cut through there from the Parkway to get over to Mount Pleasant, not really thinking about Illuminights happening. I was like, oh, I feel so bad. And then by the time I got to my husband's grandparents' house, they had the news on, and you were on there. And I was like, oh, I was just through there. I must have just missed you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, even just doing a cut through, like, the boys were in the back, and they were like, can we stop? And I was like, we gotta be at dinner. I'm sorry. But no, it's just, I love it. I love the county logo. I know that's nerdy, but I love seeing the county logo.
Spoilers. I still have never been.
You didn't go this year?
No, the weather was bad. I didn't go.
I took my children in the bad weather.
Okay, well, that's a you problem. I have lived here. This would be the third winter, and I still haven't gone.
Well, we got to change that in 2025.
All right. What's something we can look forward to next year?
Definitely.
Marshmallows at the tree lighting.
Yeah.
Bayleigh going to Illuminights. Just check back in 12 months. We'll see where we're at.
Yeah. But no, it was a great event. It's hard to believe it's already over. It's funny because when we prepare for the event, we have our staff day setting up right after Labor Day, where part of our recreation team helps out with the setup crew, and we actually load up some of the flatbeds, bring over a lot of the stuff you see trailside. And then from really then all the way till early November, our setup staff are working 3 to 4 days a week. Yeah. And then it's here, and then Christmas is over, and now we're looking into the new year.
I know. Yeah. So that's wild. So I remember last month we talked about the fake snow, the fun snow, which I will say when we went through, those snow machines cut off every single time we got to them.
Well, it's funny because every year, the last 2 years I've went, I haven't timed it right on the trail. This year, I went twice with my family. The first time we didn't see it. Second time we actually timed it perfectly.
I tried to wait around for one of the spots, like after you go through like the arches.
Yep.
I tried to wait around, and it was just so cold. Bayleigh's right. Like it was a me problem for like dragging them through. But I got a cute, picture of the three of us. My husband
you have
was
fake
at work,
snow?
So.
Yes.
Oh, that's
we
cool.
have. Yeah, so it's
we need to bring this to the tree lighting.
Yeah, well, we had fake snow this year. Kelsey had some of the
true.
sensory snow.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
That stuff's
she
really
had
fun.
it in like a plastic pool, 2 of those where kids could kind of play in the snow and kind of have that sensory experience. But then at Illuminights, we have what we call our snow juice. So it's basically kind of some soapy water mixture. And these newer snow machines, the volume and with the output that they produce, it actually looks a lot more realistic than we've had in the past. So we were able to actually utilize those for our Illuminights float, which was in the Vinton Parade and the Salem Parade, which we did win awards in both of those. So that was really cool.
Nice.
But,
nice.
But
I
it
did
was
not brave the Vinton Parade. It was very cold that night.
I did in order to get a picture of our float, and then I went home. But it was a great time, and the snow machines are really cool. They are.
It's like a Hallmark movie.
Yeah. We had an upgrade this year. One of them was near the wings photo op, which was new, and then the other one was when you go through the light tunnel about halfway through. So folks really enjoyed that, and it's really cool to see. The adults, like the kids love it, of course, but then the adults, a lot of them are kind of like, oh, like, is this real snow? Or they're kind of mesmerized by it. So it's really cool to see everyone's reaction.
Yeah, for sure. So Illuminights and the tree lighting, both like staple things that happen in Roanoke County for sure. We also had the gingerbread cottage up at the South County Library, and I saw some families doing photos on that. I think if I had to guess, there was a cherry picker in the parking lot on my way here, so I'm betting that the tree is gonna go away probably early next week. So it'll be back again though. So, but it's just looked so nice. Yeah,
our park staff, they do a good job of, transporting the tree from the tree farm and then putting it up. And, after Christmas and the New Year, they take that down, and then from there, then they go assist with taking down everything out of Illuminights.
Right,
so,
and that can't be an easy task.
Yeah, it takes, I think, 2.5 weeks, depending on the weather.
And I feel like the lights went higher this year, like some of the wrapped trees and things, and that was just like, I liked the area. Was it right when you come in? I'm pretty sure it had like the globes and the wrapped trees, just very magical. You should have been there, Bayleigh.
Yeah. We'll see how the weather this year is.
Yeah. So it was great. Our staff does a good job, and the depth in, I think, some of those different angles of things this year really caught my eye, and I'm out there at least 5 to 10 times a year just working. But it's really cool to see everyone's reactions and see what folks notice. And I think that was one of the really cool things is the depth, some of the uplighting, and we didn't have a lot of the bigger, newer displays, but with the way the layout is each year and with the way that our folks decorate the trail and are able to see it in a different light and perspective, literally, is pretty cool.
Especially changing the route so it was a different direction than it would have been last year was cool. So yeah, definitely fun stuff. So I think that's pretty much a wrap for 2024. Like, we get to end it on those high notes of the tree lighting and Illuminights and all the other festive things that both of our departments offer. So let's talk about the new year. So 2025, it's here. Who knew? It doesn't feel like it should be, but here we are. So, Bayleigh, how can the library help patrons and citizens in Roanoke County with the new year?
Oh my goodness, so many ways. Starting off realistically with helping you meet your reading goals. We know everybody, has a reading goal, whether it's 1 to 5 books, but remember to be kind to yourself. Remember that audiobooks count.
Exactly.
If you have children, their books count.
Absolutely.
So don't forget, definitely come summer reading. But before all that, we have winter reading for the kids. Those challenges are always really great and instrumental in keeping up that literacy.
Yes, for sure. Some other ways, like if you're looking to save money, the library is your place to be. We have free streaming of music, TV shows, movies with Hoopla, of course, audiobooks and ebooks on Libby and Hoopla as well. You can take reading on the go with your devices, or of course, don't forget the physical materials too. There's nothing wrong with sneaking a book into a crowded restaurant that your spouse may drag you into and you don't want to be there.
Oh my gosh. No, all right. But also about the devices. If you got something from the holidays, you don't know how to use it, Libby is your friend. We can help put that device, put that app on your device. Same with Hoopla. Our app, always got to plug RVL Mobile.
I know. Yeah, our app definitely is your one-stop shop for all things library. So it's great fun. That'll get you to all of the databases. So did you know Universal Class has over 600 courses?
Wow.
Yeah, available for free.
That's
and some of them, some of them even have like certificates you can have to help build up your portfolio. One that I thought was funny was Pet Sitting 101. So like there's even stuff that would work like if you have a teenager or a tween looking to start their own little pet sitting business, all the way up to business classes and, time management, stuff like that.
They had dream interpretation on there.
Ooh.
That's very
Like they have some very out there stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows what you can learn with the library, all the things.
Possibilities are endless.
That's right. Yeah. And of course, you can find out about all of these things on our website, rocolibrary.org. And this year, we're starting a new series called Check It Out, and it'll come out on Thursday afternoons. And that'll be essentially 52 things you didn't know, or you maybe knew, but didn't know the extent of them that we have to offer at the library that you can either physically check out or just, check it out.
So that'll be on y'all socials, so folks can find out about that on Facebook and Instagram.
Exactly. Yep. Find us on there at Roco Pub Lib. So for sure, all these things, there's just endless possibilities that we have to offer. So on that note, the New Year's here, of course, we have a short game. So these are children's books, and you are going to replace the blank with a New Year's Eve or New Year's Day food, tradition, or thing.
Okay.
And y'all can take turns. You can duke it out on who's going to take which one.
We're going to buzz in.
I know, right? Slap the table. Green eggs and blank.
Ham.
Well, yeah, that's
Right?
the
Well,
real
that's
name.
That's the real
All right,
thing, right?
But we have a staff member at the library who's been really talking about pork jowls
Yes.
for New
So-
Year's.
Yeah.
That's a
Like
thing.
it's a thing
Yeah.
to eat pork
So
jowls.
my husband's family does this, and they're on the search to find it. They haven't been able to find it. It's kind of like thick cut bacony
You
type.
said it was like pork belly.
Yeah,
But-
it's more fatty.
I've
Yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah.
So green eggs and pork jowls, which does not sound as cute.
No.
No, but like it's one of those things to where it's like, what is it? Like pork, greens, and like
Black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas. It's like for like good luck and all that
That's
stuff. in the
true.
new
Yeah,
year.
that one does fit. Maybe that's why it was in my head when I made this. This book is technically called Dragons Love Tacos, but dragons love what?
I'm gonna let you take this one, Bayleigh, because I clearly didn't follow directions on the first one.
Buzzing in. Fireworks.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I bet
Yeah.
they would love them, too. They can fire breathe, so they could, like, start the fireworks. That would be a good one.
Yeah.
That's a cute series. It is a series, I'm pretty sure. We've read them. They're cute. How to Train Your Blank. Apparently I was on a dragon theme.
You are okay. New
Maybe
Year's.
maybe yourself, kind of like New Year's resolution.
Oh,
training,
good take.
yeah, like maybe
Yeah.
training
Nice.
yourself,
Very
with some
deep,
wellness
very
options with some of
thoughtful.
our programs, or training yourself, whether it's taking on a new, reading challenge or something the library can offer.
Oh, that was smooth, Alex.
Was. Dang.
In my head, I'm like, should I say this? And it worked out.
Yeah.
You did. It's very nice. All right. Where the wild blank are. That's hard to say without saying the real thing. Children.
Yeah, where the wild children are. Hopefully by midnight asleep.
I know.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
We're gonna
they make
try.
it to midnight.
Coulter made it to 11:30 the other night, and I was like, dude, you gotta go to sleep. Like, I fell asleep on the couch, and I looked up, and I was like, are you watching Big City Greens? I was like, are you still awake? And he was like, yeah. And I said, we're going upstairs.
I've seen parents put on the last year's YouTube.
Oh, Netflix has a whole.
Yeah, and so they put
And,
it on
like,
at like
YouTube?
9 o'clock. So they're like, Happy New Year, go to
That's
bed.
useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
Yeah.
Or I'm sure you could look at some from other places, because we're 5 hours behind the UK.
Oh, yeah, so, yeah.
So I'm
Uh-huh.
sure
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like
let's
London
see,
or
7
something.
o'clock, you could watch London and be like, all right, time to go to bed.
Yeah.
Actually, I may try that.
Hey, yeah, good luck.
So where the wild children are.
Where the wild children are. Let's see, 2 more. The blank day. Technically, it's the snowy day.
Well, it's not going to be snowy here, unfortunately.
No. Maybe quiet. New Year's Day is typically pretty quiet, at least in our house.
Yeah.
This year, there's a lot of football on with the college football playoff
Yep.
midweek. It's kind of weird with the holidays how they fall in midweek. Go to work for a few
True.
days, holiday for 2 days last week, one this week, and I think it's gonna be pretty quiet, restful. We're also getting to watch some football, at least for
There
me.
we go. Yeah, there's games on today, being New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
I think. So, yeah.
I would say cleaning. That's what I'm going to do. Recovering
true.
from the holidays.
Yeah. Yep. And then the last one is Jogman 20,000 blank, which is technically fleas, under the sea.
Say that again.
Dogman, which is a graphic novel children's series. It's cute. There's going to be a movie at the end of this January.
Okay.
So 20,000 fleas under the sea, but you're going to replace the word fleas.
Pieces of confetti.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
That's really good.
Yep, that's perfect. Yep, balloons,
Especially like
confetti.
looking in New York where they got all the confetti, all the balloons.
Ooh, I couldn't imagine cleaning that up.
One of our park staff, he actually used to work in Central Park back before he came here to the county.
Oh, nice.
He actually has a big part in Illuminights, and it's funny because when this time of year, I don't know if he had any involvement with that, but I know like around Christmas and different times of the year, like that place is always hopping. So I
Yeah.
wonder if he ever had experience with that. That's a good question
yeah,
to
you
ask,
have
to
ask
ask
Eric.
So my husband actually worked for the New York City Parks Department
Okay.
for a
That's
while.
right.
And I lived in New York City for 6 years, and I never got once near Times Square.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Oh, my
know. I mean,
gosh,
people
no.
get there.
No,
They've
no.
probably been there 24 hours already holding up their spot.
Yeah.
It's wild.
No.
It's wild.
Yeah, confetti everywhere, but also just general debris from
Right.
rowdy people.
Did you ever
tourists.
do the Macy's Day Parade?
I was at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I saw my alma mater there, Western Carolina University. Go Cats.
Catamounts.
Yeah.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that was in 2019, so before the world was super crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. I know. My aunt wants to go to that, but I don't know. Like, that's a lot of people.
I only went because my husband working for the parks, he had tickets to the bleacher section.
Oh, yeah.
They're, the mayor distributed to all the different departments.
Yeah.
I would not go if I didn't have access to a seat and the toilets.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard stories. And I don't want to partake in said stories.
Yeah.
So speaking of the new year and resolutions, of course, resolutions have been around nearly 4,000 years, like Babylonian times is when
Interesting.
it first started. Yeah, I found that on one of our databases.
Oh.
So thank you for that. Do y'all do resolutions? We've already talked about book goals. Do you set a book goal, Bayleigh?
No, my goal this past year was just to record the books that I've read because I
Yeah.
never really kept a book journal before. So this year I tracked all the books that I read. It's shamefully low number. Don't judge me. But yeah, so that was really interesting, and I think I'll keep that up for this coming
Yeah,
year.
I like that. That's a nice one. Do you do any resolutions?
I mean, personally, like it's nothing too official, but everyone kind of wants to start off the year a little bit more healthier than they ended it. So that's one. But I mean, from work wise, we kind of get together and set some goals for
Right.
the next calendar year and some of those things to kind of kickstart 2025 and see where we're looking into. And it's always kind of interesting to see, like, especially on social media, people like, oh, here's my top 3 things in 2025. And then, a lot of people don't really make it till the end of January.
Right.
So it's always interesting to see, how people stick to those goals and to see the progress. So,
Speaking of being healthy, Green Ridge Rec, of course, is a great place to go and work out and listen to your audiobooks and anything else from the library. But have y'all started to see an uptick in memberships or?
Yeah, so typically January through February is a really active time. Even though it's cold outside, we see a lot more activity inside of the rec center. Folks, whether it's signing up for a recurring membership or buying a new membership, we have different promos throughout the year. Like this month is kind of more focused on not only yourself being active, but your friends being active. So in the month of January, if you register a friend, you get 5 guest passes. Ooh. And if they register and become a member and stay through the end of February, you get some other rewards as well. So folks can go to RoanokeCountyParks.com to learn more about that. And then during, of course, with the new year coming, we have some schools out, day camp opportunities
very important.
From our youth services department, but also the indoor pool. We have some different discounts whenever Roanoke County Schools is out. If you need a place to take your kids, Green Ridge has some availability for you guys at the indoor pool. So we got a lot of different offerings, as we're making our way through January and February. So we've got our gym, which has indoor pickleball. Of course, pickleball is really huge, as everyone knows.
Yeah.
So during the colder months, you can utilize Green Ridge all year round, but especially during the colder months, we see an uptick in indoor court play. And then, the wellness center being a lot more packed with folks trying to get back into those resolutions or kickstart something. We have a little bit of everything for everyone at Green Ridge.
Nice.
The gym actually was kind of instrumental with one of my goals that I actually accomplished this year, which was to walk 1,779 miles,
Ooh.
Which is the exact distance from the Shire to Mordor.
I love it.
And I did that right before Christmas. I finally got to that end. It averages out to be like 4 to 5 miles a day, but
that's a fun goal. See, you can make like being fit tie into
just get your steps in. Yeah,
yep.
It ties in perfectly. So
that's
use
fun.
the gym, use the trail behind South County Library.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the
nice.
All the things.
What about you, Caitlin? Any resolutions?
Probably, but I haven't thought of them just yet. So I'll continue on my audiobook quest of mini books. I think I can do like one a month minimally, maybe one every other week, depending on, the length of the book and how fast I
listen on double speed anyway.
I do.
Double speed.
It goes really fast. It's chipmunk speed. She walks in and she's like, "How do you do that?"
I've listened to podcasts on like 1.25 or 1.5 speed, and I'm like, I can't.
I'm at 2. It's been a while since I've been out for a little bit. So I'll have to work myself back up to 2.5, but I can do 2.25 is where I was at today listening.
Oh,
man,
my gosh.
That's like supersonic reading.
I know.
Gosh.
Yes. They might want me up in D.C. to... No. Just kidding. I like it here. So speaking of reading and goals and things like that, we do have the Children's Winter Reading Program coming up. And this is really cool this year. So children up to age 11 can participate in the program, and when they complete the prize, they get a free Rail Yard Dawgs ticket.
Oh, wow.
So, right? Yeah. Like who, and I'm talking this counts for you're reading to babies all the way up to age 11, and they get that free ticket. Plus, they get little completion prizes along the way, and they just have to read 20 books to receive a prize if they're up to age 5, and ages 6 to 11 read 5 books in categories being winter sports, winter weather, wintry places, winter animals, and then your 5th one's your choice. So you just pick up a bookmark starting January 6th at any Roanoke County Public Library location, and then you can get going, and then the tickets, the library staff member will walk you through how to get your free ticket.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Get to support the hometown team as well.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, it's so fun and great time for like the whole family.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of family members will get a discounted rate too with their ticket.
Perfect.
So, yep. So it's always fun, and they're doing pretty good this year. So always good.
We've been trying to make it out to a game now. This may give us a reason to read and go support
I know
the Rail Yard
it's
Dawgs.
a win-win. So for sure, something fun. So other upcoming events include Winter Storytime is back at the start of, I think it's like the week of the 6th. So it's coming up. And that's winter related. And fun fact, those books count towards your reading of the 20 books. So if you come to a story time, you can count those 2 to 3 books that they read during the session on your winter reading challenge. And let's see, we've got Teen Volunteer Group is back starting in January. And I've heard that some classes are requiring these volunteer hours for students. So definitely if you know a teenager that needs some volunteer hours, visit our website and see if you can get started with Teen Volunteer Group. So yeah,
so fun. I think they help out with so much stuff at the library, more than, it's not just like shelving or being quiet or shushing people. I've seen some of the projects that they get to do, and it's so cool. Like, they help design programs for other teens.
right.
And to have that kind of leadership skill, at that age is really beneficial in the long run.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. They've helped me with some project. They helped with the tree lighting. They've helped with other events. So for sure, they're a vital asset. And I'm not just saying that because I was a teen volunteer. Like, they really have been great help. So we're glad to have that program back. And then another initiative we have starting towards the end of January through the first week of February is Soup for Seniors. So we'll have those collection sites at all of our locations, including the Bookmobile.
We've got that at Greenridge as well, so we're
Oh,
drop-off
nice.
site. So
Yep.
if you have anything for Soup for Seniors, go by a library location or Greenridge.
Yeah, that's perfect. So I have been so grateful to spend 2024 with you all, and I'm really looking forward to our episodes happening in 2025. I'm sure that both of our guests today, Alex North and Bayleigh Vidovich, will be back, and we will hear from them again. As always, it's a great time, and I appreciate y'all being here.
Thanks for having me, and looking forward to seeing everyone in the new year.
You can't get rid of me. Here we go. Let's go. I'll be on the podcast forever.
I know.
Thank you,
yes.
Caitlin.
Yep. If you haven't already, check out our social media to see Bayleigh and all of her glorious acting skills on our reels.
Oh my gosh.
We
Please
have
do not
some
proceed.
fun.
You do a
with
great
job. You do.
My
Right?
best work was in the tree costume. That was it.
Yes. Spoiler alert. Bayleigh was in the tree costume. Go check it out on our Instagram. If you didn't see them, those were gold. They were perfect. So anyways, happy new year to everyone, and looking forward to our next episode.